Alright, this is the money round here. If I win, I get into the PTQ. If I lose, I get probably about nothing. This hand's pretty nuts. I mean, it's got all three colors. It's got cards in color to play. I'm gonna warn you, this is probably some of the best Magic I've ever played. Online at least. In paper, it's much easier for me to make these style plays. Alright, so he's got a turn 1 Zergo, so his deck is clearly very aggressive. Probably red-black, red-blue. It's an archetype. Red-blue, flying owl, Zergo, flying owl, hidden Zergo. Okay, so I have the option here of playing my Ashmouth Hound or going for the tap land and going to 17, but I'm going to play my Ashmouth Hound here. Why? Because it messes up his blocks. He can't block with his owl. No! MVP! Oh, that was horrible. Alright, so I really want to play out my 3 mana, deal 6 damage to an opponent and 1 damage to a creature. You know, mainly, even if my guys die, I'm getting close to Angler, and Angler should, on like turn 4, turn 5, outclass most cards. Oh god, he's playing black. He's got real cards, people. Be afraid. He's gonna swing him with both. I will not block. I'll block. I mean, blocking a Zergo is just like a real spit in the face. Not gonna lie. Oh god, it is all owl deck, owl.deck, whatever it's called. Okay, so I could play the tapped land. I can go Whisper. No, I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 1 away from Angler. That's fine though. Alright, good. For the first time ever, I'm actually happy to have a Whisperer in play for me. Because if he anticipates here, that's great. On his own turn, even better. Why he'd do it on his own turn, shit if I know. People are crazy like that. Alright, I'm being attacked, being pinged to death, essentially. I'm gonna put out Angler, I think, which also will turn on Ferocious for my Whisperer. Has anyone ever noticed that a 5/5 that basically comes out for less mana than its converted mana cost is fairly busted? More busted than Tasigur in limited play. Just throwing that idea out there, because now I'm allowed to tap that for 2 and play a 3/3. So next turn, while he's been attacking me for 1 in the air every turn, and I have not cared one bit, I can swing back for 8. Unless he, obviously, you could have removal here. No, he has Zone Angler. That's unfair. I'm the only one who's allowed to have an Angler here. That's like my trump card. That's like the only thing I have that's good. This is why I can't have nice things. Alright, let's draw this. Oh, combat trick. Alright, sweet. And I've got the mana to use it. So, I don't like playing anything in my first main phase. I like going straight to attacks unless it's a creature that helps my attacks. So, I mean, I could choose to play the bear and make him think I don't have anything. But instead I'm just going to swing in for 8 and hope that he blocks correctly. I mean, by blocking correctly, I mean blocking the way that I hope he will. Alright, block there, block there. That's actually fine. He really wants to protect that Angler. So I'm just going to pump up both of those guys. And I get to trade off I get to get rid of his Angler. And I get to trample over for 6, I believe. Yeah, so even though he gets to draw a card, it's like, you know, I'm at 12, he's at 14. He did a lot of work with Zergo and these owls, and this is what he gets repaid. Like, this is how he gets repaid for doing it. Next turn I could bring out my Regenerating Grizzly. Whoa, that's one hell of an attack there. That's scary. Mind you, with Atarka's command, I do have the ability to block his creature if I lead back the Whisperer, but it doesn't matter. The question is, do I want to fight his creature and attack? But he won't let me. Alright, Ojitai summons is acceptable. Do I still want to fight his creature? Just to take an owl off the board, you know? Nah, I think I'm just going to play out my Regenerate Bear. And I'm tapping my Whisperer to play the bear because I feel like using a creature that has a mana ability that could die, whereas using, you know, keeping my land open so that I can actually regenerate him in the case that he was to kill my Whisperer, just seems like a much better play. It may not make a ton of sense, I understand that, but it is the better play in my head, which is not always the same as everyone else's head. Alright, get in there for one. That's fine. He's got a 2/2. Do I have a guy on tapping this turn? No, I do not. Yes! MVP. Second MVP. I get to play out a 4/4 protection from Ultimate Price and Breach through Miss. If you actually think about it, it is a 4/4 flyer for 6 that has protection from 2 of the best removal spells in the format. It's kind of funny in that way. Usually gets killed off fairly quickly though, so I'm not really expecting a lot from it. Let's see what he's got. What is that? Bathe? Alright, that's fine. Although you should not be able to kill a dragon with Bathe and Dragonfire. I think that is just terrible storyline writing. Oh, don't tell me he has another fucking angler. Oh, he's got Tasigur. That's good. It's fantastic, actually. Alright, so he swings in with those two. That's fine. This turn my Angler untaps, which is nice. Now, yeah, he does have the ability to get back a Bathe and Dragonfire almost every turn, or I think he left Anticipate also. I'm not 100% on that. I'm not a huge fan of Tasigur Unlimited, but what I am going to do here is I'm going to kill it immediately. Just insta-kill Tasigur. And then I'm going to swing in. Now, I understand a lot of people would forget that Tasigur, like, I forgot for a moment that Tasigur wasn't a 5/5. Tasigur could have been a, I don't know, something else. Alright, so I'm going to regen here, put him down to 10. So I regen with the Whisperer, get rid of one of his 2/2 Jin flying monk tokens, and I get to play a 4/1, which I'm guessing will put him on defense, barring, you know, another bomb, like another Tasigur, or another Angler, something similar to that. Another Twin Bolt. All those cards are good. What is that? Oh. Well, there goes that plan. Now, what I do have is the ability to give my guys +1/+1, which turns on his regeneration ability, because that would put 8 power on board. And I could also deal 3 to him. Okay, but he chose not to block anyway. I could save my guy and deal 3 damage. Which actually makes a ton of sense here. So my dude is safe. He takes 3 for 6 off of that. But he does get to draw a card. And as we know, card advantage is so important. The question is, can he block 2 things this turn? He needs a second creature, which I'm fairly sure he'll have. Alright, that's fine. Now I need to draw anything. A creature, spell. What? Did he just make a boo-boo? He may have just made a boo-boo. I'm not sure. That's just weird. Did he mean to do that? That might have been a misplay on his part. Oh, Twin Bolt. Swizzy. Alright, so I'm gonna Twin Bolt his face. No reason to play around with combat tricks and all the other crap. Just straight Twin Bolt to the face. Okay, good. On to game 2. His deck is strong. I'll give him that much. Now, in this matchup, once again, I want to take out my Whisperer and add a Forest. His deck was really aggressive on the ground, and those 1/6 black dudes are really powerful. Whereas, yeah, that card seems like it could be alright, but he has a lot of 1/1s, and it seems like that card's just going to trade off a lot of the time. So, I'm going to take out my free, and I'm going to add that in. I do like the Manifest double strike card. Question is, what would I cut for it? Now, I do like the idea of cutting maybe the 5/1. I don't know. Whatever. I'll just leave it like this. This seems perfectly fine. Actually, I could cut that. I don't think there's any way on Earth I'll ever have more creatures in play than him that could attack profitably. This just gives double strike to a thing, so. Ah, this is another sweet hand. It's got both my removal spells. I mean, I'll admit, I'm getting a little lucky here. Just a tad bit lucky. Alright, so I'm definitely going to keep this. I need to draw some lands. I did add another forest, so my count is up to 18. Uh-oh, angler fight. Who was the bigger angler? If you know what I'm saying. Hell, I don't even know what I'm saying half the time, so it's totally cool. Oh, that could have not been a better... Evolving Wilds is so beautiful right here. It's so pretty. I think I go for a forest here. I think that's a fairly easy choice, due to the fact that I have two single red spells, 1 double green spell, and I have a swamp in my hand. So that also gets me 1 closer to my angler, which makes me happy, because the angler is my win con, or close to it. Alright, so I drew a forest. That's good. He is stuck on lands, which is even better. And if you think 3-1 going into an event where 4-0 gets you into the PTQ, if I give a crap that my opponent's mana screwed, and I'm one of those people who's just like, I want a good game, fuck that shit. Now I could Twin Bolt here. I know this would be a poor use of Twin Bolt, but it would get me 1 closer to Angler, and with Frontier Siege coming into play. Or I could actually Atarka's Command put a land into play. I was considering that. I'm actually considering that for Modern Scapeshift as a replacement for Farseek. Like, a way of dealing 3 damage and instant speed on your opponent's turn, putting a land into play, just seems like a good idea. Now, if there was draw a card anywhere on there, I would be in heaven. But I don't think that's correct. Although, the ability to I don't think people have abused this new ability that this card has of instant speed, put a land into play on your opponent's turn. But I'm going to Twin Bowl here. Mainly, I want to be winning the life race. Now this turn, see, now I should have played a land on his turn. It's fine though. Alright, Frontier Siege will get out my Angler next turn. Mind you that he is on 2 lands, I'm at 4. I'm guessing though a good black-red deck, or a good black-red-blue, or Grixis. A good Grixis deck can operate on 3 lands in this format. Although there isn't a lot of removal in those, in that grouping that they have there. There isn't a ton of removal in the 3 mana range for a 5/5. Alright, so that's going to put it at 6. I'm going to play out my 1/5. And I'm considering fighting his morph. His morph could be a lot of different things here. I'm not sure what those things can be, but it could be things. Just remember that. And sometimes you just want to, take the information you have and use it. And in this case, I want to... Ooh, that would have been bad for me. I'll be honest, it would have been hard to deal with that. I would have been sitting there blocking it, which would have given him time to... I would have been sitting there blocking it, would have given him time to draw lands and all the other junk. Then he would have been swinging in with a 4/2. And I would have had to use my Atarka's command to give my dudes reach. And that means I would have to keep a guy back. It's a long story. I think that's also one of his better creatures, so... Ooh, that's frustrating. Alright, this turn... A creature that was discovered to live at the bottom depths of the ocean, leaving its small angling thing. Well, you guys all watch the Science Network like I do, right? That's what all the cool kids do. Alright, let's angle some things. And notice I keep both my combat tricks up. So I feel like I'm in a really good position. My 1/6 is going to hold the ground for pretty much the entire game. He keeps asking me if I want to use that 2 mana. No, I do not, Frontier Siege, so shut up. Wait, what am I doing here? Besiege you go in the sideboard. Sorry, Paper Magic. It's a cunt. Alright, sweet. So, I get to play my... Well, should I attack here? I mean, isn't that, like, the question? Should I attack? Alright, so I'm gonna get my 4/4 flyer in the play. That's muy importante. For those who don't speak Spanish, that means it's very important that I play a 4/4 flyer that he only has 1 removal spell for. And then I swing in. I have a Tarka's command, so I should be able to play her. No! It's going to go on top of my library. That's really not that big of a deal. It really isn't. In this format, Whisk Away is not nearly as good as it was in the previous format. It's only good if you can do it in response to someone cracking a fetch, or Evolving Wilds in this case. By the way, is Evolving Wilds going to have to be in every set from here on in? I mean, It's in Modern Masters too. It was in the last 2 core sets. I just feel like Evolving Wilds is like one of those, like, everyone must have it all the time. Alright, so now what sucks about this is that I have no combat tricks open in the off chance I want to attack here. Although I do not think there's a lightning bolt in this format. So I'm going to swing in with my 4/4. Hopefully he just blocks. That would make me happy. That's good. Good blocking. Fantastic blocking. No, block. What are you doing? Block. Get rid of one of the creatures you could possibly use to extort. No! That's kind of funny. The thing that I would use to manifest got manifested. I'm a huge fan of that card, by the way. Peel. I think that card is very, very strong, especially in Standard, where people are using Whip of Erebos to get creatures back from the graveyard. Why allow them to have a graveyard? Alright, so he's got 7 power on the board, which means his dude still does not get First Strike and or Trample. Now, I gotta figure out what I'm doing here, right? I mean, I have a ooh, that figures out things. That helps me. That helps me. What would win the match here? Now, okay, there's a couple. Okay, well, it's gonna take some time anyway. A, I need to worry about Mind Rot. B, I gotta do math. So, is the green card up to 2 creatures get +2/+2? Because if that's true, what I would do is I would give his guy +2/+2, and my guy +2/+2. And then I would mob rule, gain control of both of his guys, and my guys would be +2/+2 in trample. And then I could attack his command. He could block with only his owl, which would, I don't know what that would do. I don't know, I'm just gonna attack here. Do I want to save this guy? I kinda do. I feel like having a creature would be very useful in the future. Also, getting his lower end creatures off the board and getting his lower power creatures off the board so he plays higher power creatures, hopefully, could pay off huge dividends if I mob rule for lethal. And so, but I also think trading off here when I have a 1/6 seems fine. Yeah, I could do that. I could give it +2/+2, which gets in for 3, which I don't think is actually the worst, because I get to keep a creature in play, I get to kill off his guy, and I put him at 17, which puts him closer to lethal with mob rule. Mob rule being 6 mana, so I would need 8 mana to make it viable here. The worst thing would be Mind Rot, obviously. Probably sideboarded it out, considering that I don't like to hold cards in my hand. You know, there's a lot of ghosts out there. Especially when you're by yourself playing at home on your computer. People are always ghosting you. Always. So, okay. Alright. That's fine. Whatever. I'll go down to 18. It's dangerous, but... Alright, so I've got a 2/2. A lot of lands. I keep having to read Mob Rule, because Mob Rule has a clause in it that says untap all creatures with power X or greater or X or less. What does it say, untap, or does it say haste? I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm going to keep a land in my hand, though. Because, you know, mind rot, obviously. Get to keep mob rule in my hand. That is unless he has, I don't know, despise, some shit like that. I don't know, man, bitches be crazy. Okay, face down card, that's fine. He's probably going to swing in with both here, since he really has nothing to lose. I can't block. He's at 17. I need my creatures. Alright, 14, that puts me down to 9. Ooh, sorry about that. Alright, so, what do I draw? Basic Forest, alright, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. I'm starting to regret using my pump spell, but I need creatures in play. This is what I've got, so. Okay. I keep trying to figure out if I could win this turn with Mob Rule and Atarka's command, and I can't. So I just need to sit back and wait. His dude has to attack every turn, but I think it gets negated by my 1/6. Thank God I sided that fucker in. Holy shit, is he doing yeoman's work. That's all I have to say, is that he's doing fucking yeoman's work. So, you know, clap, clap, clap. Let's see, that's 9. So obviously, I must block here. I think I put the 1/6 on his 5/4. Does that make the most sense? And I put a 5/5. Now, I don't think he... See, here's the thing, though, I didn't think about. I don't think he would attack there like that. If my Angler was untapped and he didn't have a combat trig. Alright, Death wins. That's fine. Love those Avacyn Restored reprints. I'm like, wait, does the target's command do anything? No? Alright. Well, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna take... He's doing it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so he's putting me at 5. That's not terrible. Alright, draw something. Yes! That is a something. That is not just a something, that is a thing. A something. Alright. That is a very, very useful draw. I need that Angler back, like, 2 days ago. So, I got it back, and I am excited. I am a happy sponge. So, that should allow me to get back Angler, unless he has, I don't know, there's a card that shuffles graveyards back in the libraries. Me, I personally could care less. Alright, so, this is it, right? This is the final countdown. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, attack, attack, attack. Attack. Oh god. He's swinging out for lethal. Okay. We need to do really, really quality math here. Obviously, 1/6 goes on the guy with trample. Like that, like that, like that, like that, and that should put me at 4. In theory. Oh shit. Wait, so that's trample damage, that's a 6. So 5. That would kill me. I Atarka's command, give all my creatures +1/+1. And that puts me at 1 life. I get back my Angler. Mob Rule says untap, any attack with his 1/1. I'm gonna be at 1 life. Holy shit. Okay. I also killed off one of his guys. I'm not sure if that's good or bad or indifferent. Don't care, don't give a fuck. Nigga, I don't even give a fuck! Come on. Alright, so first step, play Angler. I'm at 1 life, by the way. 1 life, he's got cards in hand. I've got it, you know, MVP of the century in mob rule. And Frontier Siege is actually doing work. So I'm not gonna argue. Alright, Angler's in play. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I'm going to gain control. And then mob rule says all creatures with power 3 or greater gain haste, which includes my Angler. Oh, he is tilted as shit. God, that was good. Oh, that just... it's gonna feel nice to say attack with everything. Good game, motherfucker. I won the match. I'm in the PTQ. You could suck on my dick, bitch. Oh, that was so sick. I'm at 1. He's complaining. Come on, show me your hand, bro. Oh my god. Oh, twin bow. Exciting. So, big deal. It's all skill. All skill. People just can't appreciate a good match. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. That was one. If you did not enjoy that game, you do not enjoy Magic, people. That was the shit right there. That shows you bad pool, good player.